Did you know? Grand Theft Auto V holds 7 Guinness World Records, 4 of which were achieved within the first 24 hours of its release. On the very first day of sales, GTA 5 moved 11.21 million units and generated $815.7 million in revenue. For reference, GTA 3 sold about 13.1 million copies in its entire lifetime. It became the best-selling video game as well as action-adventure video game in a 24-hour period, along with the highest-grossing video game and highest revenue generated by an entertainment product in 24 hours. The accolades didn't stop there, as GTA 5 would become the fastest entertainment property and video game to reach $1 billion in revenue in a matter of just 3 days. The game is also the third most expensive video game ever when factoring in inflation. GTA 5 had a development budget of $137 million and a total budget of $268 million, making it the 5th most expensive entertainment product to date behind Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and Destiny. The Grand Theft Auto franchise as a whole has sold over 195 million units since its debut in 1997, and around 45 million of those are GTA 5. On the subject of big numbers, Grand Theft Auto V's map is 49 square miles large, roughly an 80th the size of Los Angeles County on which it is based. According to Rockstar, the map is bigger than Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and GTA 4's maps combined. But as of this video, the developers have not confirmed the actual map sizes of any of those games. In just less than 2 years since its release, GTA 5 has had a handful of lawsuits levied against it. In October of 2013, Bruce McMahon and Christopher Bankston accused Take-Two of falsely advertising that GTA Online would be available upon release on September 18, 2013. The lawsuit was quickly thrown out as the judge presiding over the case concluded that the box did not suggest that GTA Online would be available immediately. Later that month, rapper Daz Dillinger accused Rockstar of including 2 of his songs, Seawalk and Nothing But the Cavi Hit, in the game without his permission. Dillinger sent Rockstar a cease and desist, demanding that all copies of the game be recalled or that he be paid more than the $4,271 compensation they reportedly offer him prior to the game's release. At the time of the incident, Dillinger gave Rockstar 2 weeks to make amends, but as far as we've seen, no further discussion on the issue has come from either side since then, and the songs remain in the game on the radio station West Coast Classics. In December of 2013, rumors surfaced that actress Lindsay Lohan was planning to sue Rockstar over issues with GTA 5. The lawsuit was confirmed in July of 2014 and claimed that Rockstar used her image and created a character based on her without her permission. The first part of the case contends that her image was used for the blonde, bikini-clad woman holding an iFruit phone featured in-game and in various promotional material. Unfortunately for Lohan, prior to the release of GTA 5, it was confirmed that the artwork was based on model Shelby Wellender, who's credited in the game. The second part of the case claims that the random event Escape the Paparazzi, wherein players help a popular actress escape the paparazzi, is based on Lohan's interactions with paparazzi in the past. The event is triggered at a hotel that is possibly based on the Chateau Marmont, a hotel Lohan is known to frequent and once lived in. Currently, Take-Two is attempting to have the lawsuit dismissed and Lohan and her attorneys sanctioned, claiming the lawsuit is being made purely for publicity claims. The case was filed in New York, where a statute grants works of art, such as video games, protection from publicity claims. Finally, in February of 2014, former Mob Wives star Karen Gravano filed a suit against Take-Two, claiming her image and life story was ripped off in GTA 5. One of the other random events in the game features a woman being buried alive just off the road in North Point. Upon rescuing her, should the player choose to do so, while taking her back to Vinewood, the woman will start discussing her past. Her name is Antonia Bottino, and she's the daughter of Sammy Bottino, a former boss of the Gambetti crime family. She reveals that her father was arrested and became an informant on the Gambetti case as part of a plea bargain and thus has made a lot of enemies. Gravano's lawyer claims the event is based on Gravano's life, as her father, Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, provided key testimony resulting in the eventual conviction of John Gotti, an American mob boss in the 80s. On top of that, Antonio explains her father won't let her star on the in-game show Wise Bitches, which is ostensibly a parody of Mob Wives, the show Gravano starred in. Rockstar called for a dismissal of the lawsuit, contending that life stories aren't protected by law, no matter how similar the living person's experiences are to the event in a produced work. They also contend that the major event befalling Bottino, being kidnapped and nearly buried alive, undisputably is not an element of Miss Gravano's life. Gravano also claims that Bottino resembles a thinner version of Gravano, but Rockstar disagreed with this. The Grand Theft Auto series features several jokes, characters, and organizations which span multiple games in the series, a few of which are expanded on in GTA 5. One of the most popular myths surrounding Grand Theft Auto is that Bigfoot could be found in GTA San Andreas. Very shortly after the game's release, rumors of him being found in a heavily forested area of the game called Back-O Beyond surfaced, but all evidence of Bigfoot so far has been from modded games. Since GTA 5 takes place on a retooled and expanded take on San Andreas, there was hope that Bigfoot would be sighted this time. During the mission Predator, the player is given a rifle with a thermal scope in order to find each target hidden in the woods, an obvious reference to the movie Predator. In the lower right-hand corner of the designated area, a heat signature can be seen which resembles Bigfoot. However, he disappears almost immediately after being seen and ignores any shots fired at him. Perhaps in an effort to put the story to rest, there's another mission called The Last One, wherein Franklin meets a hunter who's been trailing Bigfoot for 9 years, the amount of time between the release of San Andreas and GTA 5. The hunter directs you to where Bigfoot should be, and upon shooting him, it's revealed that he's just a man in a Bigfoot suit. After removing his mask, the man says, "Shoot me, human. I'm the last of my kind," referring to Red Dead Redemption's Sasquatch mission, the completion of which unlocks the achievement 6 years in the making, called as such because Red Dead Redemption came out 6 years after San Andreas. Despite effectively laying the myth to rest, Bigfoot is still notably featured on part of the Los Santos City Seal, and a clothing company called Yeti, a play on Japanese clothing brand Bape, aka a bathing ape, features Bigfoot as their logo. Another carryover from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is the Epsilon Program. The Epsilon Program first appeared in a teaser site for GTA San Andreas. The Epsilon Program is essentially a pyramid scheme wrapped in a religious cult, though its in-game leader, Chris Formage, disagrees, calling it a fellowship of like-minded adults who tithe money in exchange for salvation and merit badges. Salvation or otherwise, the Epsilon Program is all about making money. In San Andreas, the Epsilon Program is a background element often talked about by pedestrians or on a few of the radio stations, but in GTA 5, it's a very real part of the game. Leading up to the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, the Epsilon Program teaser site once again went live, but with updated assets as well as a community participation component. On April 23rd, a downloadable screensaver was posted to the Rockstar Newswire in an article stating, "We invite you to visit one of our enlightenment centers. Directions will be provided in 1 week's time." For almost the entire duration of May, anyone could apply through the Epsilon Program website to attend the Los Santos area Enlightenment Seminar in September, implying they'd be visiting once the game released. On September 6th, the 5 winners of the contest were featured on a supplementary teaser site called Cult Stoppers. The Cult Stoppers insist that the 5 contest winners were kidnapped by the Epsilon Program, some of whom can be seen in-game as part of the Epsilon Program group once infiltrated. At first, it appears as though the Epsilon Program is again just background dressing, though the organization does have a headquarters within Los Santos now. However, while playing as Michael, you can apply to join the Epsilon Program by visiting their in-game website, thereby unlocking a series of completely optional missions culminating in a search for the Epsilon Program tracks buried all over Los Santos. Grand Theft Auto 5 prominently featured 3 playable protagonists, Franklin Clinton, Michael Townley, and Trevor Phillips, as portrayed by Sean Fontano, Ned Luke, and Stephen Ogg, respectively. Their likenesses were used to form their characters, and their performances were captured both in voice and in motion. In the mission Fresh Meat, the opening cutscene shows Trevor approaching Franklin, presumably to discuss the mission, but Ogg tripped during filming, and Fontano started laughing. Ogg reacted in character, improvising most of the scene, and then ended up being in the game as such. Trevor's personal vehicle, the Canis Body, is named after Ogg's son, Body Ogg. To help get into character, Luke put on 25 pounds prior to beginning his work as Michael. He's in a midlife crisis. I knew it would be physical. To handle the physicality of it, I thought it would be good putting on the weight. Out of the 3 actors, only Ogg and Fontano are credited doing video game voices prior to GTA 5. Ogg voiced Vinny in Alone in the Dark, and Fontano voiced Tarnell in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. While Tarnell was just a generic Grove Street Family's member, Fontano and Young Melee, the voice of San Andreas protagonist Carl Johnson, are actually family, as the two are cousins. That's all for today, but don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Gaming and follow Did You Know Gaming on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you also check out DidYouKnowGaming.com, and if you like this video, check out some more videos. My name is Todd from Rated S Games, and I hope that you've enjoyed your stay in the land of facts and trivia. But should you want to venture into the world of opinions, possibly terrible opinions, feel free to check out my video on the top 10 characters in Grand Theft Auto 5.